Hello, my name is Terry Dean Nemmers, and today is February 3rd, 2013. And welcome to another edition of Lion News. Lion News can be found at lionnews00.blogspot.com. And what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the restraining order for Cook County Attorney Timothy the Stalker Scannell. Alright? And I started this little adventure quite a while ago. This is a request that I submitted on 1/22/13. Actually, I'd made some videos prior to that, and they're attached onto the request here. This is the request that says I'm sending the $8 for this restraining order. Alright? And I put these little videos on there as a reminder of their bad behavior when I first asked for just basic information about this restraining order. All I asked for was the case number here, and I was called an asshole. Alright? This video is where the court administrator is apologizing to me. This video is where I'm asking for the information on how to order the restraining order. Alright? This video, which of course was meant to be this video that I'm doing now, I didn't have made yet, so I put in the video where Carlton County Attorney Thomas the Drunk Pertler is being arrested. Alright? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to explain to you how I received this information. Now, here's my receipt, the envelope it came in. Okay, make sure you always save this. And here's my receipt for the postal money order, my receipt for paying for the money order and the certificate of mailing, and here's my certificate of mailing. Alright? So when you're asking for any kind of information, make sure you save it in plastic sleeves to start with, but make sure you always have proof that you sent it, because chances are they'll throw it away or destroy it or something so they don't give you the information, because they didn't want me to have this information. Alright? So you'll see later on at the tail end of this video me calling and asking for the email address for the court administrator, because I didn't trust them as far as I could throw them. I was going to call and find out what the email address was, and then see if they actually had received all my request, in the mail, because I had sent it one day and I waited, and then I called the next day. Alright? Because it's over 150 miles away, so it's going to take 2 days to get there. Alright? So I want to make sure that they had received it and confirm on the phone that they had received it. Alright? But as a pretense, I was going to get the email address, and then if they hadn't received it, I was going to make sure that I emailed it to them so they couldn't claim that they didn't receive my postal money order, because that was going to be their next little trick. Oh, well, we received your letter, but we didn't receive your postal money order. So this way I could send them the email saying, oh, you can't claim that because it went along with it, because here's my receipt for everything. Alright? So they didn't want me to have this public information. So because they didn't want me to have it, I'm going to read it to you now. Alright? And I checked to see if the address that's provided in the restraining order is in the white pages, and it is. Alright, so it's part of the public record, so I'm not going to be telling you anything that you couldn't find out if you went down to the courthouse and asked for it. Right? That is, if they're going to give it to you. Alright? But the newspapers were publishing information out of it, so why should they have it and not me? Alright? So, restraining order. District Court, Judicial District, 6th, Court File Number 16CV12288. Case Type, Harassment. Order on Petition for Harassment Restraining Order. Minnesota Statute 609.748. State of Minnesota, County of Cook, Monica and Randy Schnobrich, Schnobrich, and on behalf of Cecilia Schnobrich, Petitioner versus Tim Scannell, Respondent. Based upon petitioner's affidavit and petition for harassment restraining order and other information provided to the court finds there is an immediate and present danger of harassment to justify temporary relief. And you find out how temporary it is when we get to the end. There are reasonable grounds to believe that respondent has harassed petitioner or minor children included in the petition as follows. Followed, pursued, or stalked petitioner, made harassing phone calls to the petitioner. And this is stamped, filed December 4th, 2012, Cook County Court Administrator. The harassment has or is intended to have a substantial adverse effect on petitioner's safety, security, or privacy. It is ordered. The request for temporary relief is granted, and respondent shall not harass the petitioner's minor children or wards. The minor children or wards included in the petition are Cecilia, I have to look here because it's kind of scrawled, Cecilia Schnobrich, 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 okay? Respondent shall have no contact with petitioner's minor children or wards. The respondent shall stay away from petitioner's home at address 4540 North Road, Grand Marais, Minnesota 55604. Respondent shall stay away from petitioner's job site at Cook County Schools 101 West 5th Street, Grand Marais. No Minnesota or zip code included. Notice, the following conduct is a violation of this order if an order for relief is granted. Any contact with the protected persons, direct or indirect, any visits to or phone calls to the protected persons, threats or assaultive behavior to the protected persons, damaging or stealing property belonging to the protected persons, breaking in and entering the petitioner's or minor children's residence, taking pictures of the protected person without the permission of the petitioner. 4. This restraining order is in effect until 12/4/14, hardly temporary, unless changed by a later court order. Respondent can ask the court to change or vacate the restraining order by filing a request for hearing within 45 days of the date of this order. Okay, a hearing will be held on whatever date. Respondent shall appear personally in court for the hearing and explain why the request made in the petition shall not be granted. Petitioner shall appear personally in court for the hearing and provide proof that the statements in the petition are true and the respondent's actions are harassment. Number 6, the court administrator shall send a copy of this order to the following law enforcement agencies: Cook County Sheriff's Department and blank Police Department, which have authority over the residence of the petitioners. Every police department and sheriff's office in Minnesota is responsible for enforcing this order. The sheriff of any county in the state shall perform the duties relating to the service of this order without charge to the petitioner. Well, there you go. I'm glad that happened. It is not a violation of this order if the parties pursue or participate in voluntary mediation through court-approved mediation programs. The party wanting to mediate must contact the mediation program directly to arrange it. He/she may not contact the other party directly or through friends or relatives. The mediation programs will determine if mediation is acceptable under Minnesota Mediation Guidelines, Minnesota Statute 494.03, and Minnesota Rules of Court, General Rules of Practice, Rule 114. Notices. If a hearing is scheduled and respondent does not attend the hearing, a harassment restraining order may be granted. Failure of respondent to appear will not be a defense to criminal charges against respondent for violation of any part of this order. If petitioner does not attend the hearing, this case may be dismissed. A police officer shall arrest respondent without warrant and take him/her to jail if a police officer believes that respondent has violated this restraining order, and shall hold respondent in jail for at least 36 hours, excluding the day of arrest, Sundays, legal holidays, unless the respondent is released earlier by a judge or judicial officer. Violations of this restraining order may be treated as a misdemeanor, gross misdemeanor, or felony. A misdemeanor violation may result in a sentence up to 90 days in jail and or a $1,000 fine. Some repeat violations are gross misdemeanors and may result in a sentence up to 1 year in jail and or $3,000 fine. Other violations are felonies and may result in a sentence of imprisonment up to 5 years and or a $10,000 fine. A person who engages in a pattern of harassing conduct is guilty of a felony and may be sentenced to imprisonment for up to 10 years and or a fine of $20,000. Dated 12/4/12. And that's Judge Floerke who signs this, so you can just barely see it. You can see a scrawl there. Can't make it out. But the newspaper said it was Floerke. Okay, distribution. Copy to petitioners, copy to sheriff, copy to respondent. And then not checked is Violence Prevention Center, which I presume was sent a copy. All right? And again, this is public information that the people in charge, the supposed public servants, didn't want me to have. But I managed to get, because I stuck to my guns, I knew what my rights were, and I recorded all my phone conversations. And the phone conversations made them look very, very bad, didn't they? All right? Well, here's another video that makes the court administrator look bad. She didn't even want to give me her email address. All right? So, there you go, folks. This is how you do it. Watch the next video. Thank you for your time.
Court administration, this is Lori.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good.
Well, that's good. Could you tell me the email address for Diane Herrick-Schmidt, please?
Well, why don't you talk to her and she can give it to you.
Okay, that would be good too. Thank you.
Hold on. Good morning, court administration. This is Diane.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Well, that's good. I'd like to get your email address, please.
And who am I speaking to?
This is Terry Nemmers.
Okay. And you certainly can have my email address, but is there an issue? Is there a problem? Or?
Well, once you give me the email address, then I'll gladly tell you what's going on.
Okay. I guess I'm just curious, do you have
I'd just like to have your...
related question, or is
I'm
it
sending you some information.
Yeah.
So all I need is your email address. I don't know why this is a problem.
Okay, well, I just thought maybe we could shorten it all up and you could just let me know and I could respond and give you what you need.
Well, what I need is your email address.
Okay. It's Diane.
Okay.
Dot Herrick, Herrick, hyphen, SCHMIDT, at courts.state.mn.us.
Okay, so it's essentially, there's the hyphen in there. That stays.
Yes.
Okay. What I am doing right now is I'm going to send you a copy of my... is there capital letters in your...
No.
Okay, I'll get rid of those. I'm going to send you a copy of my request for... why doesn't it want to put that in there? Well, let's do this then. I'm going to send you a copy of my information that I sent you for information on the request for restraining order for Tim Scannell, to show that I've sent you the information, show you that I sent the payment, and proof that I have sent it, because I have a certificate of mailing.
Okay. I need to have you stop for a minute. I'm really confused. You sent a payment for what?
For a restraining order, copy of a restraining order for Tim Scannell.
Okay, so you're just looking for a copy of the order itself?
Yes, I talked to one of your staff last week. They said I could send the payment to your court there for a copy of it, and they said there would be a payment of $8. I sent a postal money order. I sent it the other day. So I'm making sure that you have a copy of it, because I've had things disappear in, submitted requests for things and claim they didn't get payments or claim they never got the thing to start with. So just confirming the fact that you have this information now. Just want to know if you've actually received my payment and if you've processed my request.
And I'll have to check because I am not the one who would have processed your request or received your money. So I'd have to check with my staff to see. And what day did you mail it? I'm looking here to see if you said. No. Do you know what day you mailed it?
There's a certificate of mailing from the Postal Service there, which will confirm the date that I mailed it, and receipt from the post office. Are there attachments?
Okay, let's see here. That's something else. Okay, I have to see if I can increase the size so I can read it. Okay, it looks like the 23rd, which was Wednesday. So
Yep. So you should have
I
it.
can check and see if we got it yesterday. Otherwise, we should get it today.
Okay, what time does your mail arrive?
We usually get it at 10:30.
Okay. Alrighty, well then now you have my email address, so I'd appreciate you contact me by email if you receive it, and confirmation that you've processed the information, one way or the
What
other.
arrangement did you make with staff, or they're mailing the copy to you?
Well, I asked if it could be
Payment was-
emailed, but that was not an option that I was given. I was given the option of faxing it or mailing it. So since I paid for having it mailed,
I'm asking. No, that wasn't my question. My question is, for you to get the order, they told you that they would mail it to you when they got your payment. Is
correct.
that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll check and see if it came yesterday, or if not, it should probably get here today.
Okay.
Hard
Well,
to say with the mail, but yeah.
okay.
Then that's how the process works. When we get your money, we'll mail you what you requested, a copy of the order.
I have absolutely no problem with that at all. I just want to confirm the fact that you've received this information from me now, so you know that I've sent it.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm looking at it, so. Yeah.
right, exactly. So, and again, I'd appreciate an email back, one way or the other today, saying whether you've received it or not.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll check it out.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Okay. Bye.
Yep, bye now.